mega dawn, the mega dawn, the mega dawn. Ladies and gentlemen, doing now with the sing Megadon.
We're not new to Shade 45, and actually, you know, if I want to get you fired, I can.
Yo, Torii Wolf's in here. Torii, what up?
Paid?
Hi.
If you stop streaming.
Yo, 50 bodies.
50 bodies? I
Detroit.
I got banned from here 10 years ago.
Detroit knows I come from the dozens. I come from the dozens.
I don't. You walked in here with a cholo, with the first black cholo from Arkansas, Dirty Pillow.
Yeah, Dirty Pillows, the cholos are black, okay?
I'll see you outside, bro.
Black man.
Shout out to King of Chill, Ian. So, Preem, you got this new project.
Yes, Torii Wolf is called Flow Riot.
And Tori's here with us.
Yes.
Hello.
How you feeling?
Happy to be here.
It's good, it's
Thank
good.
you for having me.
You got some joints. Me and Tarm were listening to some of the beats, like, you know, what if Biggie was on this? So that's a compliment, you know what I mean?
Wow.
Yeah.
But,
You know,
you got some amazing records, and the project comes out when?
September 29th.
Next Friday.
Yep.
Yeah.
So Torii, you know, being getting involved in this game, I try to read a little bit, but it's difficult trying to find stuff. But what is it like, I guess, being embraced initially by someone like Premier, who a lot of us see him as, you know, the holy grail of a lot?
It's been a very warm and dope experience for me.
Mm-hmm.
It's been really comfortable, surprisingly. I didn't know what to expect, to be honest.
Uh-huh. And where are you from?
Long Island originally,
Okay.
but I live in LA.
Okay, that's cool.
So, I mean, yeah, it was in a lot of ways like coming home too. You know.
Okay. That's awesome. So, Preem, you know, from all the talent that you have dealt with and you've witnessed and you've came across, what is it or what happened that you was like, Torii Wolf is who I'm going to put some attention into?
Ian brought it to my attention. They were already friends. He's from Long Island as well, and he was living in L.A. at the time, and then he moved to New York once he started managing me. He was managing Papoose already, and that's how we connected. Shout to Pap, and moving from there. He had told me about her, played me a few demos. She was in a band already separately, you know, even though this is a separate project with her on her own. But he played me some of the music that she did with her band called Wolf Prize.
Yeah.
So I heard some of that. There was some YouTube stuff I saw. And it was a different direction. It reminded me of like a Portishead type, Yorkish type of thing, which is I'm a big fan of. And Portishead members have seen me on a humble and was like, yo, a lot of our stuff we model after your style. So, you know, just with that, I felt like I just needed a good window to focus on her, being that I have so many other hip hop projects I need to get out.
Yeah.
And I wanted to make those priorities. So we knew each other for almost 2 years, and we were always hanging and cool whenever she was in town.
Yeah.
But just the music part just didn't take place. And then my man over there,
King of
Chill,
who's one of our engineers and of course a legend. And he's covering his face with the creepy clown mask.
And know what else he is? Nobody else is?
That's Creed!
So you've been you know, for Premier, you've worked with several artists, as I said earlier.
Yeah.
But now I know you have a musical background, not only with hip hop but outside of that. I love the Christina Aguilera, the Miguel recently.
Thank you.
And then
D'Angelo.
yeah, of course, which I just enjoyed today.
That's my daughter's favorite song is Devil's Spot.
Wow.
And it swears
Great.
too, but I'm like, you know what? Go ahead.
Yeah, wow.
It's great, and you know, how important is it to kind of open up the world to I guess Tori's brand and like a whole new, you know, for Premier fans?
Well, for me, you know, I'm 51, man. I was born in 66, so we didn't have rap as a kid, you know. Like I saw it happen from day one, so that's why I take such a pride in making sure I do it to the best of my ability to make it the way I'd like to buy hip-hop music. Yeah. I make what I would like to buy.
Yes.
I credit KC because he asked me, while I don't have the time to work with her, can he do a couple demos and play them for me? And I heard his demos that he did with her that actually made the album. One's called You're Not There, and the other one's called Take It Up on Monday. So when I heard that, knowing that he already has such a background, and he was one of my teachers of how to work the sampler before I even started tapping the drum machine, I used to go to his mom's house in Crown Heights and all that. Yeah, your mama house, you know. And, but I mean, that's real talk. And I did X Girl and Next Girl at his mom's house.
Yeah,
you know what I'm saying? Word. So as we developed it, he taught me about equipment. He was always into the equipment and knew everything. And I used to come to MC Light sessions and be like, yo, where's everybody? He's like, well, they already recorded.
Yeah.
And I'm like, well, why ain't they here? He goes, well, I do all the rest. And I'm like, you do? So I didn't even understand what producing was. I just knew how to make the beats. Yeah. That's why I said, let me become a student on learning how to produce. It's like coaching. It's like, yo, don't throw the ball this way. Throw it that way. You'll get it further.
Yeah.
Stuff like that.
Some discipline.
And then when I heard those 2 demos, I told Ian, send her up for like 2 straight weeks, and I'll stop what I'm doing and let's see what we come up with. So we weren't even planning on making an album. We were just saying, let's just record joints. And then when it got to, we had 12 songs including K's, and we started making a list of what we did. We weren't really keeping count. And I was like, damn, we actually have an album's worth of music. We might as well make it an album.
So Torii, you're from Long Island, but what made you go out to Los Angeles and what you was out there as an artist or?
Not really, no. I was I lived on Long Island until I was 17. And I just felt like I needed to get out of there.
Yeah.
You know, out of my room.
Yeah,
I just
for sure.
like, I don't know. It's like I stay up all night, sleep all day, and I do that on the West Coast too. But for some reason, it feels better.
Yeah.
Like with the sun out all the time.
So what's Tori's story?
I drove across the country,
17,
and I just kind of found my own way, you know? And I actually found music out there. I was always into music, but I didn't really take it seriously career-wise until I got there.
Yeah.
And joined a band, played the drums, started singing.
Yeah.
Ended up getting pushed to the front,
Okay.
and just playing live, you know, and doing it.
So is there any pressure or realization that you're working with this guy, or is he very difficult? I know me I'm a fan of his as a producer, but as a human, not big into him. You know what I mean? So, but you know, is there has that moment happened, and what was that like when you was like, this is fucking premiere?
Yeah, I mean, I try and stay connected with just how we feel together as souls floating around, you know, because that keeps it the most real, I feel like. You know, I mean, I was just talking to him about that today with his son, like how humbling it can be when you take everything out, like the expectation of who you are, who you're supposed to be. Yeah. You know, and just feeling free in creating. Yeah. And being in touch with what's really happening on the inside.
So, Preem, I made a statement recently, and I
gotta play a record at some point.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? I mean, I know it's the Jenny Jones Destroy show, but let's play a song. We'll be right back.
Oh, shit.
I love it.
Beats.
Pretty good. Anytime you want to battle Static, anytime you want to battle.
We
Call just plays.
Yo.
We need to make that happen.
Nah. Primo's my stepfather.
Nah, he's your father.
He's my like surrogate father.
The rate D. Oh.
Let's come to Paw.
Term's my stepdaughter and Preem's my surrogate.
Term's your stepdaughter.
Wow. Even if he's a stepdaughter, he's a good dad.
That's it.
Good dad gang. Yeah.
Static, my feelings are hurt, man. You didn't tell me Preem was gonna be on the show, man.
I mean, I like surprises.
Like you just called me and said, "Yo, come through. You're gonna co-host for the month."
You didn't know who was gonna
But
be.
then you don't tell me who's here. I would have worn my Premier Air Force Ones. It would have been a nice moment.
And like he said, it goes with the Louis.
You know what I'm saying?
Yo, he's wearing Louis Vuitton Supreme pants that he turned into shorts. So they're like $8,000, and he turned them into shorts.
They're $800. They're not $8,000.
Oh my bad, that's what I meant. $800. Whatever. $800.
Dapper Dan.
No, but at Stadium Goods, they're $8,000.
Yeah. Dapper Dan. I saw the picture of that.
He just signed Gucci. Gucci's about to be lit.
No,
I'm
Gucci,
excited.
He's opening up shop again, and Gucci's gonna give him materials to do whatever he wants
Yeah, I
to do.
saw the pictures.
So on top of having the collection, he's gonna be able to have
That's
all.
so dope.
Every time the IRS sends me a statement, I'm sending it to
And shout to ASAP Ferg too, because he's bringing back D Ferg. Recipes to
Wow,
his
shout
father.
to D. I used to shop on 145th Street. I used to go to the shop all the time.
Put me on the Ferg years ago. ago, and I was like, yo, why you always have erg on your sweaty? That's D-Ferg.
Yeah, Ferg 54.
Yeah. So and then I used to go down 45th and see it was on the left side of the street.
Left side of the street going down. Yeah. Shout to Ferg.
Yeah, shout to Ferg. He's bringing all that back.
Yeah, and this after Dan thing is gonna be legendary. Yeah, I'm going to get a Jeep Wrangler.
All these years, he's finally connected for real.
I mean, they shitted on. I mean, once they put that picture
shitted on him at first.
Yeah, they shitted on him, and then when they directly copied that coat that model had on, I mean,
he had to.
The streets called out and it worked.
Yeah, that was the win.
The streets dictate everything.
Definitely.
Alright, man. Flow Riot's out next Friday.
Yeah, the 29th. Shout to Rhapsody, whose album's coming out tonight at midnight.
Played the record with her and Kendrick. You heard that yet?
No. Thanks, Rap, for being on the. She's actually gonna be a guest on my show tomorrow, which y'all know we're neighbors. I'm on Hip Hop Nation on Friday nights. All these time changes.
8 to 10 now, right?
Yeah, 8 to 10. I'm so used to 10 to midnight that I'm actually still saying welcome to, and I'll say from 10 to midnight. I gotta catch myself.
I feel like I'm in high school. My mom was like, yo, you can't be on the radio from 10 to 12.
There you go.
From 8 to 12, you gotta be on 7 to 9.
Well, you got more time to get drunk.
Hey, listen, man. I'm DJing Brooklyn Bowl tonight. Shout out to Questlove, the Bowl Train. I'm DJing tonight.
I'm doing Brooklyn Bowl Saturday with the Batter Band.
I'll be there disrespecting. Whatever lane they give you, Ian, they're going to give you a lane or two.
100%.
I'm coming in, playing in both lanes. Tonight, we got a lane, so come through Brooklyn Bowl. Also, happy birthday to my man Cliff, a.k.a. Lord Kimchi at Fat Buddha. They have the Jungle Brothers at Fat Buddha tonight.
Wow.
So shout out to my man Cliff. And yeah, man, we all over the place tonight. New York City, a lot of great energy.
Yeah.
Let's play.
And one more thing about Lecrae, we had worked on something. Never got to finish recording anything, but we worked on his when he was still recording that album. Shout out to him. That Come and Get Me is dope.
Yo, Preem, take all the joints that you didn't know, they didn't use on the album, finish them, and put out an album after 45 years.
No, but we never cut vocals. So.
Oh. But still, you've played me so much shit, you could put out an album tomorrow if you wanted to.
How many albums can
I'm going to do another Beats That Collected Dust, Volume 3.
I don't want the beats, I want yo, you've played me so many joints, I'm not going to say the artist.
When you are who you are, you do what you fucking want. I want to do a fucking Volume 3.
The man has spoken.
Son.
That's the lead singer of Coldplay.
My son.
That was good.
Yeah.
The man has spoken.
Yes. My new Coldplay album will be out next Friday.
No.
Which means 2018.
Yeah. Hey, at least the hats and shirts are available.
Nah, the hats are available. Tell Panchy, we need, he might need to pull a Action Bronson and just put the shit out without.
Nah, he don't have anything. I have anything.
Welcome to Death Row.
Welcome to Death Row.
Word up. Let's I got plenty of music to play. Let's play something off the 8 album. Just shout out to 8.
Yeah, the video dropped today with Lady of Rage.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's called Heart Cold. Shout out to Rage, who are one of the dopest lyricists ever.
Absolutely.
Female lyricists.
I'm gonna play something you did. Yes. Jackson, Brandy, Christina Aguilera, and now Torii Wolf, and I know
Wendy and Lisa, Loose Ends.
Who's the dude that did the dude from the UK? Craig David. Craig David.
That was the illest beat ever. The 7 Days remix.
Oh no!
Yeah.
Primo, that shit.
And that's Craig singing that. That's not Nate Dogg, R.I.P.
Yeah.
Yeah,
you got a lot of R&B records that are amazing, man.
Yeah, thank you.
This one right here.
Most definitely Primo.
You like that?
I love this shit, man.
Yeah, I wasn't crazy about that one.
Hey, man. Anything in, what did that come on, 99, 98?
Yeah, shout out to Craig Kalman, though. He used to give me a lot of work, just constantly. Yo, here's another one, here's another one, here's another one. So.
What's your favorite R&B joint that you did?
The Janet Jackson, Together Again remix.
That beat is fire.
Yeah, because she sang it to that beat.
That whole song is fire. Like, the whole just came together so fire.
Yeah.
I mean, I'm gonna let it rock for a minute. Fuck it.
Woo!
Said I couldn't scratch live, and I didn't want to fake it. So
Jay-Z turns down Super Bowls and you turn that down, huh?
I was like, Ma, I want to be really scratching so that my audience will go, yo, Preem was killing it. I didn't want to do it where I'm looking like I'm moving my hands.
Looking back, when you do it?
No, not if I can't do it live.
I like that.
I want to do it live, man. Live, that pressure makes you come off.
Yeah.
You know.
Oh, I know. Trust me.
You know,
I like that, Preem.
Yeah, I James Brown it, man.
Yeah. That's amazing.
Yeah.
You ever met Michael?
Yeah. But we knew that he was gonna put the cape on James Brown at the BET Awards, because that was the year that we did the tribute to Jam Master Jay, me, Jazzy Jeff, Kid Capri, and Grandmaster Flash. So because they wanted it to be Dr. Dre, Funkmaster Flex. They didn't want Capri and they didn't want Jeff and Flash and me, and so I was the music director for it, and I just fought, and then I backed out and left, and then John Cossette, rest in peace, who produced all those shows in the Grammys, who passed away, he called me and said, no, come back and do it your way, and I got Jazzy Jeff and Kid Capri, because I told him we all DJ so different, it's going to be dope with everybody just playing their own style. So we all got on the phone, on a conference call, and I said, just pick 2 records that you want to cut up. And but I said, Jeff, you got to do Peter Piper, because I knew he had crazy stuff. And that was when we weren't, Serato wasn't even here yet. So it was just dope. And no one had ever done a tribute to a DJ passing away on a big television, and it was live. It wasn't pre-taped. And I remember Jesse Collins was like, yo, if you could have seen the way y'all looked when y'all finished, y'all were walking backstage and y'all hugged and high-fiving like y'all just won a football game.
World Series.
Yeah, he said it was dope just to see that. And then I remember DMC when they brought the hats to us at sound check. At rehearsal, there was some little plastic little Stetson hats, and DMC goes, "No, you can't wear those. Those are not Stetson hats. We gotta get Stetson hats." And he goes, "I'm going to the store." And then he came back, and right when we were getting dressed in the dressing room, he came with the hats and the big dookie cables and gave them to us. We were like, "Oh, we about to look ill," and we pulled it off, man. We killed it.
That's amazing.
Yeah, rest in peace to Jam Master Jay, man.
That's legendary.
Absolutely.
Yeah, but I got to see Michael because, like I said, they didn't even tell the staff. Well, the ones that know he's coming on, but no one else knew. And they were like, dude, secrecy like a motherfucker. So I watched James Brown rehearse, got to talk to him, and then he was docking some of his art, some of his players because they were off point, and he was finding them and screaming at them backstage. And then we got to see Michael right before he went on. So when he came on, it was just so ill to see James just like, oh shit. He was bent over waiting for the cake like, damn, what the fuck? And then he looked and Michael's there.
That must have been so
people were crying and shit.
That's a fan moment. That's a real fan moment.
That was ill, man. That was an ill night that night. I remember, man, Black got some, shout to Big Black, he got some footage.
Shout to Black.
Yeah, he snuck around on the side of the curtain with his camera. And he got that ill footage. Yeah. Black don't find a way to sneak around. What up, little buddy?
Let's play another joint, man. We got the album coming out next Friday. Big Trouble, what do you want to do?
Big Trouble's out now, or we can play free with the King of Chill joint with Macklemore.
We can do that. King of Chill in here. Let's play free. Why not? Shout out to King of Chill. He will be performing this week at the Comedy Cellar. Hiding behind customers, man. How do you deal with him as an alpha male that only enjoys?
She was on tour with the Banner Band for 3 weeks. She knows how we are.
Hey, we need
she's on our level. She's on our level. She's on our level.
Is that why Brady copied her haircut? Shout out to Brady. Brady's playing bass all my.
Yeah, but he's my bass player. But she's on.
Guess what? Before he was your bass player, he was playing with me.
That's
true.
Shout to Joey Band. That's so dope to see him buy his mom that range, man.
Yeah, and the house. They didn't show the house.
Yeah.
He bought her the house like a month before.
Yo,
that's
Stat,
so dope.
Stat, the fact that you just try to stun on Primo because your man sold $300K, that's like 2 records.
I know, but I'm talking about the bass player. I'm not talking about.
You played yourself though. You played yourself.
I don't want to keep throwing darts. Another thing too is I don't have to buy my plaques. I get them free.
Oh, wait, what does that mean? I have no plaques.
Yeah, you have them, but they
you gotta body yourself. I learned that from Eminem. You gotta body yourself as they're trying to come at you.
Shout to Kanye, man. He just approved my graduation plaque. So
nice.
Yeah.
Even though he spelled your name wrong.
Oh, did he?
Facts. What do you mean?
On what? On
graduation.
Yeah, he spelled it wrong.
Bro, What? It had DJ Premier with an E on the end of it.
Okay, well, but it's not gonna be like Down the Black.
Oh, I hope it's
And
not.
actually, a Juice with Tupac is with an E on the end, but I got that black though.
I'm just gonna go on eBay and buy all of Dame Dash's plaques.
Yo, did you see that? Did you see
No.
it? Oh,
Dame Dash is selling
$600, $500.
Well, they're big. They're bids
Let me tell you something, Dame.
No, he not.
Dame, we've met a couple times. For any reason, Dame Dash.
For $600?
You don't want to
No.
sell the plaques, Dame, because it's part of your legacy at the end of the day. Don't sell
for
it,
real?
bro.
For real?
I swear.
If I walk into someone's crib and there's a Dame Dash plaque for Reasonable Doubt, I don't even know what, like...
I want the Dame Dash plaque for that
It
now.
might be in my house
Nah, I
because
want
I'm
that.
bidding on
Yo,
it right
for
now.
real. I was thinking about it earlier.
I swear to God, I'm
yo, they
bidding
put
on it. I
up
put a
the
bid.
dead president's
Makes
gold
me
plaque
sad, bro.
for $500.
It's on bid. It's on bid for 500. It's on bid for 500. It's gonna go for a lot more. It's gonna go.
See, I've never done eBay. Just so what? Who with the highest bidder gets?
Yeah, the highest bidder gets it when it's done. I even
None
put
of
a
them
bid.
go in the highest.
He got the big
Wow.
plaque with the 16 million records sold. He got that one up too. I put a bid on that this morning.
Wow.
True story. I swear.
It's just sad to
What's
see
it up
somebody
to?
sell that.
I only want plaques for my name. I would not have a
No,
Dame Dash Reasonable Doubt plaque.
that's the only reason I'm doing it.
I would hate to see an artist sell their plaques though,
Yeah,
or somebody who
No,
like builds
because
up
you know
a
sometimes
brand,
I'm not gonna
brand.
front. I got a couple plaques in my studio that necessarily I don't. Nah, I deserve all the
I'm
plaques.
happy
You know
that
why?
you got the Joey Badass Devastator.
Oh no, of course. Even though I didn't produce a song, I deserve
Yeah, but
the fuck out of it.
you've been a major part
Yeah.
of his career, man. Like I
And as a
watched.
DJ too, like
Yeah,
I like
yeah.
the DJ one.
Yeah,
Like
yeah.
I got an Akon plaque, but I deserve it. I did his first mixtape. I got a 50 Cent Get Rich or Die Trying plaque. I did all the
that's
Northeast
dope.
marketing.
That's
I
dope.
deserve that shit.
Yeah, that's how I got the Death Row one. Same thing from just being, really running their records in New York on radio at the time.
I got a Donald Trump Mac Miller plaque, and I threw a
Wow.
fucking screwdriver through it when Trump won.
Wow.
Shout out to Mac. Mac knows what it is. That's my brother. Man. I put a screwdriver through it.
Static, just KC.
I know who you are, bro. Where's the mask?
Dame Dash could be on the spiritual journey, so he might be letting go of
A
the
spiral
plaques
journey?
on some,
A spiral.
it don't really matter type shit.
Spiral.
That's history, man. You can't let that go.
Spirals.
Dog, you cannot let that go. What up, y'all? DJ Static Select the show off. Shout out my man Donald Cole. He's been holding down the show for the last couple of years, doing that video work. Pay attention.
So I just want to let you guys know, there's a dude, Ronald, Donald, something like that. The guy's legit, the guy is always persistent, and he's always there.
Let me tell you one thing. Good dude, good head on his shoulders, very reliable, easy to work with.
Some people see these videos that go on the internet, some go viral with rappers talking. This dude's there with a steady hand.
He's one hell of a videographer and he's a really good photographer.
Tell him you need him in your life to make the sunshine. Why not?
This here's an anthem. Make the crowd shout like babies having tantrums. Mega the Phantom, no opera, just a black man spitting them bars. Black booth, one mic stand. The strands of my afro connect to source, and energy comes to me in the form of thoughts, translated into English by my pineal, the cone head. Cones can't copy the style.